Hello and welcome to One Thing Queer. My name's Jenny Baton and my pronouns are they, them.
And I'm Kelsey Wren and my pronouns are she, her.
Hi, friend.
Hello.
Happy day after Halloween.
I was like, wait, no, it's not. Yeah, it is. This is when it's coming out.
Yeah.
Happy day after Halloween as well.
How are you doing?
I'm okay. Let's see. Today was a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy?
A little bit. I worked and then I needed a nap because I need naps because it's me. And then, we're going to get ready for a little party tonight.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. And we had a party at work too, so I'm just
Partied out.
So much cookies and candies.
This is the last party of the month, right?
Last party, yeah. And you were teasing me earlier about am I over my movies, and I'm a little bit over.
Yeah. I figured. I'm like, I don't know. I saw you post Halloween Town and I'm like, you're probably running out of.
I have usually, so last year I did this too. Like the last 5 days, I know exactly, I plan the movies. Anytime before that, I just have a list of movies and I kind of pick and choose from there. Or if I see something that looks good.
Yeah.
But the last 5 days are planned. Well, yeah. Yesterday until Halloween, it's planned. So those ones I've been planning the whole month. So it's all favorites and like the creme de la creme.
Can I know the rest of your list?
If you want.
After today.
Well, if you follow my Instagram, you would have seen it by now.
Yeah.
But I'll show you.
Okay.
I need to pull up my phone. So today is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I think tomorrow I'm going to do The Craft, which usually I do that right before Halloween, but I have the day off tomorrow. So I'm like, ooh, middle of the day kind of. That sounds amazing.
That's a good middle of the day.
Yeah. So I'm going to do The Craft tomorrow. And then Sunday I'm going to do Teen Witch. Have you ever seen Teen Witch?
Yes, a long time ago.
I love that movie.
Yeah.
And then Halloween, I'm going to do Hocus Pocus.
I had a feeling you were going to end with Hocus Pocus because you started with Hocus Pocus 2.
Last year I ended with Hocus Pocus also because that's just...
the ultimate Halloween movie, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's you have to.
Yeah.
I think the year before that I did The Craft because I did an unofficial one. I didn't post it.
Yeah.
And I think that I did The Craft and I was like, this doesn't feel right. So I was like, back to Hocus Pocus we go.
I love that.
Yeah, so I am getting over it though. I can't wait to be done with it.
I would probably too. I'd be like, this is a lot.
Oh, I remember. Okay, so I remember what I wanted to talk to you about too.
Okay.
What that second thing was.
What?
I watched that movie They/Them.
You did. Okay, tell me everything.
It's terrible.
It's terrible. I figured.
It's terrible, and
were there non-binary people on there?
Yes, but it felt so. It felt so forced and make fun of me. And I was like, I'm not okay with this. And I was like, I thought this was a slasher. I thought it was a horror movie, and it wasn't. There was no it was just okay, they're in this conversion camp, and the guy came at it with because Kevin Bacon is the owner, and he came at it with very it's not about religion. If you don't want it, just listen to me. You don't have to make any choices. We're not trying to force you into anything. But then one of the kids, spoiler alert, whatever. One of the kids discovers that they used to do it by physically harming them, and I don't know. It was just, and they had a character that actually looked like Elliot Page before he cut his hair. And I was like, this is an obvious dig because this character looks a lot like him. And he was very skinny, and Elliot Page was very skinny, and now he's very toned and muscular, and that's what this person looked like. And I was like, this feels very stereotypical, or you were making, I don't know if they were making a dig. I didn't do any research into that, but it felt very funny. It wasn't good either.
Yeah.
And the two, they had a transgender character, and they had a very feminine man, and both of them were the only people of color in that. And I was like, this seems also a little stereotypical, and it was just too much where it's okay, you guys aren't trying to do a but I'm a cheerleader. Yes, you're not trying to do a but I'm a cheerleader thing where they're trying to show how dumb a lot of that stuff is.
Yeah.
How dumb standards and the binary is.
Yeah.
But this was no, you guys are making fun of it. And I was really upset because I was like, this is Kevin Bacon and we love Kevin Bacon.
That sucks.
It does suck. And the movie sucked too. There wasn't any I didn't even finish the end of it because I was I thought this was
what was it? So
it's supposed to be a horror slasher movie because some guy, I didn't finish it because I was like, this is terrible.
Yeah.
There was a guy skulking around the camp that he is about to kill people, and I didn't really.
A conservative.
I mean, dun dun dun.
That's scary as fuck, in my opinion.
I mean, same. That's what. I didn't finish the end. I got like I think like 45 minutes into like an hour and a half movie, and there were no kills yet. And I'm like, this is what am I watching? It's not even like a horror movie. Like that's what I understood it to be, I guess, in the trailer. And there was this really weird like dog scene. And I was like, I'm not okay with this. Either dog scene and shotguns, I'll put that there. And I was like, I don't like this anymore. So I was like, it's time to turn this off.
I mean, it sucks that people actually spend money on creating a film.
Right? I was like, it was very like one of those made for TV movies where I'm like, y'all didn't put like a lot of effort into this.
Oh, well, thank you for watching it.
Yeah. I mean, I guess, yeah, no, it was bad. I wish I didn't watch it. I wish I still had the notion in my head that it possibly could be good, but it wasn't. It was terrible.
Well, at least now we know, and we probably saved some people from watching it.
Yeah, was it on Paramount, I think? I don't know. It was terrible, but that's kind of, I've just been watching movies since the last since
episode.
We're shooting the shit. Yeah, watching movies and working.
Yeah, me too. I've just been working this week. Looking forward to this.
Yeah.
To today.
I know, me too.
Like finally getting in the Halloween spirit. Hollywood spirit?
I mean,
Halloween spirit.
Yeah. I'm curious to see because I'm curious to see what everybody dresses up as, but I think I gotta know.
I dressed up as a witch. No surprise there.
Yeah, no surprise there.
I was just like, I don't really feel like putting too much effort. And honestly, when I was getting dressed today, like I'm wearing a dress today, because I don't know, that's just witchy. And it's like one of like 2 or 3 dresses that I own, and I was like, this will work. But I am wearing like a turtleneck because I wanted to wear a black top, and it's like 85 degrees today.
It's gonna be cold tonight though. I know.
Okay.
When you got out of your car, I was like, you're gonna be hot right now.
Yeah, I took off my cape right now.
Cape.
Yeah, I have like a little witch cape.
Yeah, because I got ready in mine, and mine's just a long sleeve, and I was getting stuff ready, and I was like,
you look like
I just look like me.
Yeah,
I know.
look like you.
Apparently, my style is Eddie Munson.
Well, you don't have your vest on.
Yeah, I'll put it on before, but I was because I was like, oh, I have a bunch to do still, so I don't want to like put the whole thing on yet. But I was like, I have my long sleeve, and I was like, this is a terrible idea right now. It's hot. But it'll do, I suppose.
It'll do, friend.
Yeah, it'll be fun. I'm excited to. I took a nap. Bernie's taking a nap right now.
Y'all recharged.
Yeah, because we were at work this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had I already said that. We had our work party, so that was fun. And like everybody brought there was like no shortage of like
food.
Everybody went all freaking out.
That's cool.
It was really cool though. It was really fun. But yeah, that's all that's happening.
Yeah, same. There hasn't been much.
Yeah.
I'm preparing because I'm actually leaving to Mexico next Friday.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been preparing for that. I'm wearing press-on or glue-on nails.
Press-ons, I guess.
Press-ons, yeah. I put press-on, so here's a little ASMR for you guys.
So,
you said stop.
I like ASMR. I'm just like
not for me.
Okay, so if y'all are looking for ASMR, Luna Bloom ASMR, they are amazing. They're also LGBTQ.
I think you've talked about them before.
I have. I love them so much. Yeah. And like they did a Halloween one. They're so freaking creative. Like it's like I like the ones where it's like personal attention kind of where they're like, oh, I'm pretending to do your makeup or oh, I'm like fixing you. Like that's what they'll do a lot is they'll like like the noises that they do are like freaking it's just like it's so cool. And they did like a Frankenstein's monster one for Halloween this year.
Cute.
And like, oh, I'm fixing you and I'm making you into a monster, but it's like here and like they pretended to put like USB ports. Like they're so freaking creative.
That's so cute.
And they always do like wigs and dress up and stuff and like I don't know, like I'm never like, oh, you've already done this concept. Like
that's very nice.
Yeah.
I think with ASMR, it's nice to have variety because I do follow a few people, but I feel like they always do kind of something similar.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
They do all kinds. They'll do like tapping or clicking or whispering or like follow me or follow my directions. Kind of like all like I'm literally out in like 2 minutes when I'm watching.
Yeah, same. I knock out real quick.
Me too. So I'm like, oh, So Luna Bloom, ASMR.
Yeah.
Love them. I found them on TikTok, actually.
Oh, cool.
Gay TikTok, another win.
Gay talk.
So I want to know if you finished House of the Dragon yet.
I sure did.
Woo!
But oh my god, I can't wait a whole year for a new
Right?
season or however long they're gonna take.
I feel like it's going to be longer than that.
Oh, friend, don't tell me that. I hope not. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think you're right, but it was.
Because I don't think they even started filming until they got the okay for this one. Like, I think they wanted to see how this went first.
I mean, did they really think it was gonna be bad?
Yeah, season 8 from Game of Thrones got hella.
No, I know, but did they really think that the show was gonna be bad?
Oh, this one. I don't know, but I know that the backlash from Game of Thrones was like a problem.
Yeah, I mean, understandably so.
Yeah, understandably so.
And I hope they redeem themselves with the show because that would make a lot of Game of Thrones fans very happy.
Yeah, because all Game of Thrones, all of watching it, I was like, I can't wait to rewatch it and like go back and look at all the clues. I mean, spoiler alert, whatever.
Yeah.
And look at all the clues and to see like, because it's got to be Jon Snow, right? It's got to be him because that's what they keep pointing. Why? Let me tangent for a second. Why did it matter that he's a flippin' Targaryen if he wasn't the prince that was or the whatever that was promised?
Yeah.
Like, why did it matter? Why did we go through all those seasons of dealing with that? Sorry.
For nothing. Yeah. I get it.
I'm like, it ruined any rewatchability because I'm like, I don't care to go back and watch because I already, there's no like fun in it. Like,
exactly. Me too. I would never watch it again, I don't think.
Yeah. Also, Daenerys, they like mess with Daenerys' like character. I think I already said
know.
this.
They
her
just
story arc or whatever.
Yeah, her story arc was. She started so vulnerable, and then she was at the top of her power, and
all of a sudden she just loses her mind for not for no reason, but like.
And I don't like that. That a man wrote that.
Yes.
Like.
And it's obvious. Okay, I guess we're on a House of the Dragon tangent. It's obvious that there are women writers in the House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
Like writing room, because even like okay, so now that you finished it, we could talk about more stuff.
Yeah. So spoiler alert if you have not finished.
Yes. So even like they talk about Aegon and how he like attacked one of the like the maids, but they didn't show it to us. Like we didn't have to like see that. And how in Game of Thrones we had to see every freaking one of them.
Yep.
And it was like pretty triggering, and like we can't just like progress this person's story arc without them being assaulted. Like that's frustrating. And in House of the Dragon, we just got told about it. Like that was like a nice
relief.
Yes.
We didn't have to waste time watching
an assault. Like we all like we know what that looks like by this point.
Yeah.
Like I don't really want to watch it in entertainment, if that makes sense,
Yeah.
So yeah, that was nice. And then also like we talked about it too, the Rhaenyra and Alicent's like friendship when they were kids, like that's like
a little fishy.
A little fishy.
Fruity fishy.
I think it's too like, even though it was the kids, the younger actresses, they gotta have some of the same chemistry that Emma and Olivia do.
Oh yeah.
Is that her name, Olivia, right?
Yeah.
Because Emma and Olivia have like hella chemistry.
In real life too.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like have you seen those the like thirst trap videos of Emma's like rubbing Olivia's leg or something?
Yes.
It's like wow.
I wonder if they do it on purpose.
I bet they do.
Oh my god. That's
Yeah.
so funny. But I have a feeling that this show is going to be a little bit, maybe, dare I say, more successful.
Yeah.
And I believe there's going to be like just as many seasons as Game of Thrones. And I'm very excited for that. I want to be like close to my 40s by the time they end it, if that's the case. Oh. But yeah. So.
All this, what was I going to say? Yeah, all of a sudden we're like really into it now. And that's what I was going to say. Sorry. Even the first season, I think, is better than Game of Thrones' first season, too.
I agree.
And it's, like, the fast pace, even though the time jumps were a little, like, a lot.
Yeah.
were a lot. It's still, like, the fast pace was, like, so much better.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And can we talk about how it ended?
Yeah, we can.
That season finale was
rough. I was like, Emma is like such a freaking good actor that like you could tell what Damon was saying to Rhaenyra before she even like turned around.
Yeah.
Like, because like obviously we saw it, but like you could just sorry.
Like the body language of like the reaction of her finding out that her son was murdered.
Yeah.
By, I mean, I don't know if they told her by who, but I mean, I'm pretty sure she knows.
I'm sure she'll find out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was wild too because I was reading, obviously I look at the Reddit and stuff like that, and they were talking about how like what's the kid's name? Is it it's Lucerys. Lucerys is the one that died.
Yeah.
That his dragon Arix is like Arix is like a baby, like only a few years old, and Aemon's dragon Vhagar is like a grandma, is like the grandma of all the dragons almost.
And it fought in wars.
Yeah, and that, so like Arix is like that I'm sure you've seen that TikTok where that fuck around and find out TikTok. Like, so like I'm sure they were talking about how like the riders and the dragons are like bonded.
Yeah.
So Arax was probably feeling Lucerys's like fear and was like, okay, we need to do something about this, and like blew the fire, and that's when Vhagar was like, oh fuck this, like you're not gonna do that to me. And they kind of joke on the Reddit is that Vhagar had like war flashbacks and just like he reacted. And it's interesting too because they actually kind of teased it in the beginning because Viserys says that like it's a myth that we control them, like they do their own thing basically. And we saw that because even when both of those things were happening, both Lucerys and Aemon are like, no, don't do that. Like they're like freaking out because they're not listening. Yeah. And they're telling them to obey them. Yeah. It's just wild. Oh. And I did not expect that.
Yeah, and then you see the reaction of
the one with the eye patch.
Yeah.
Yeah, Aemon.
Yeah, of Aemon after.
He was like, oh shit. He's like, I didn't mean to do that.
He realized that he basically started a war.
Yeah, but they were saying too, like I guess in the books that like he meant to do it, like it was like a whole thing, like it wasn't him like being like oops, like it was like a meant to do a thing.
I don't know. I feel like it could either be that or it could be like I just wanted his eye.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm curious to see how they develop that character.
Yeah.
Like,
because making that choice too, they made him a little bit more sympathetic than him just being like this like callous like I'm gonna kill this child.
Yeah, because even in his reaction, he was surprised. He looked surprised that it happened.
The thing is too, in the book, I guess he's only supposed to be a few years older than Lucerys. Like he looks like
way older.
He looks like 30. Like, he looks way older, but he's not. He's supposed to be a teenager. So that's where the oopsie's supposed to come in. Like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. I was just messing around. I'm a kid. Yeah. But it's not. He looks like an adult. Yeah. So, what I wanted to mention, because I didn't mention it last time because I didn't know if you finished it, but Laenor, Rhaenyra's like husband that she gets married to, obviously. Yeah. His story arc, like, did you catch when they had the conversation about like what kind of meat they like? And they're like, oh, I'll partake in this if it's here, and like, oh, but we can do our duty, but we can have our favorites on the side, kind of. We were watching it, and I was like, because I was paying attention, but I was like, wait a second.
I loved their relationship.
Yeah, me too. I was like, can you rewind that? Because like, are they talking about what I think they're talking about? And then it showed him with his partner, like his lover. Yep. And I was like, oh my God, they were like, that's, I mean, that happens. And like, everybody kind of knew.
Everybody knew.
Yeah.
And I'm also curious to see how they do develop Rhaenyra's and Alicent's relationship, because there's a lot of people talking. I wonder if people talking will influence the writers.
Yeah, interesting. Because even too at the end, she sends Rhaenyra that picture, the picture from the book, and that's what she would read to her, and like that's what she would read to her while like Rhaenyra laid in her lap. Like, that's very interesting. What do you think of what is it, Kristen Cole killing Laenor's partner, like the lover at the wedding? Yeah. Oh, I hate that guy.
It gave me flashbacks to the Red Wedding episode. Yeah. Is that what it was called? Yeah.
Gotcha.
That gave me flashbacks. I'm like, people just don't get married. Someone dies in these shows. Just don't get married.
In general, it's a life lesson. Don't get married.
Period.
Yeah. Same. But yeah, God, I hated it. I hated him too, and it's so funny because like they did the time jump of like 10 years later, and he's like that evil cunt, and it's like, dude, you got friend zoned and you mad.
Yeah.
You real mad.
Yeah.
And then like later in the season, he's like, we shouldn't talk bad about women like that. And I was like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Did we talk about how, I don't know, I think I was talking to someone I was working with the other day about how Damon doesn't seem to really love Rhaenyra, like in that sense. Like, remember when she was younger, he took her to that like sex club dungeon thing, and like he was about to assault her, but then he like stopped himself. I feel like in a way, I think he just loves her power. He doesn't love her, like he loves her as his niece, and I really just don't think that he's in love with her.
Really?
I really don't think he is.
I think the opposite.
Really?
I think he's like, because okay, so I saw a TikTok of like zodiac signs, and I was like, that's a Scorpio man.
Yeah.
He's like obsessed, infatuated, like not protective isn't the word, even though that's what I would rather it mean.
Possessive.
Yeah. That's it. Possessive. Like that's a Scorpio, dude. Like that's like an unevolved Scorpio. Even the like choking, like that, like I think he really like, because there's a thing too that if you notice it, he only like touches foreheads with people he like cares about, and he does it with her, and like
I think he cares about her,
like
but I don't
loves
think
her,
but I don't think he loves her.
No?
Or is in love with her.
I think so.
I think he's in love with the power or the possibility of like, I gotta keep her close so I could get the closest to the throne. Or
I don't
something.
know,
know.
because I think if that were the case, he would have went ahead with the war and not listened to her. He would have just been like, well, like we have the power, I'm gonna do what I want. I don't like, because he respects her, like
yeah, he does.
So I don't know.
Well, to an extent, minus the choking. You don't choke someone you love unless it's like sexually.
Unless they ask for it. And like actually ask, not like they did something bad.
Yes.
I don't know. I think he does. I don't know. Maybe
we'll see.
I have the Scorpio moon experience.
Yeah.
So
we'll see, friend.
Yeah, I don't know.
We shall see.
I'm very curious.
A couple years, I guess.
I hope so. I really like. They have great chemistry.
They do. I just want Rhaenyra to be gay.
Yes. I think Allison is the one that's gonna be like.
She's hella gay.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, you were loyal to this old man. You're only loyal to an old man if you're gay. I don't know. In those times, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
I think she's a lesbian.
Yeah. Well, I think if she's not a lesbian, was definitely in love with Rhaenyra. Like, there was feelings there. Like, some kind of feeling relationship. It could have just only been her.
Yeah.
Like, that, her like, resentment and like hurt with how Rhaenyra like quote unquote lied to her. Like because that's the thing too, is like she asked if Rhaenyra had been with Daemon, and Rhaenyra hadn't been with Daemon, so she didn't lie about that. She just lied about not being with anybody.
Yeah.
So I was kind of like, she kind of lied by omitting the truth, kind of. But I'm like, she didn't really lie to you. Like, and I'm like, and if you're going to be that mad at her, if you find it, because Kristen Cole admitted it, be mad at him too. He broke his oath too. Like, it just seems like she's very, like, she actually said, the actress actually said that she plays her role off of like a Republican woman. Yes. I forget which one it was. Like one of the prominent ones who's always in the stupid news. Yeah. But she plays her like that. She's has that type where she's like, oh, I want doors open for me, but I'm going to close them behind me. Yeah. And like, that's the vibe, and it's awful. If that's what she meant to do, then that's
what she did.
Spot on.
Yeah. And she's very, like you said in the last episode, she's very follow the rules. Yeah. She's very follow the rulesy, very like, I feel like she's pouty when things don't go her way. Yeah.
I don't know. Another House of the Dragon.
Yes.
Tangent.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just, yeah.
we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I guess so. But I'm trying to think of any other Halloween movies or anything, because that's the only other show I've been watching the whole month.
Yeah, I've been watching that. And then I just started, I just watched the first episode of Love is Blind.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay, Gloria. Shout out to Gloria, who listens all the time. Gloria's been begging me to watch that for forever.
You haven't seen any?
I haven't seen any.
Oh my God. You need to get on your trash TV vibe.
I'm just not a super big fan of trash TV. I'm like, a lot of them are very loud, and you know me.
Yeah.
I can't do loud.
I know.
And the whole like, hey, like that whole thing.
But it's funny.
I bet it is.
It's funny.
Okay, well.
No, you need to watch Vida. Before you watch anything.
You're right.
You have to watch Vida. And then we could talk about that show and how sad it is that it ended. Because it was such a great show.
Okay, we'll have to watch that.
Yeah.
And Love is Blind. Yeah, because Gloria's been telling me to watch. Gloria watches trash TV, and she's like, you gotta watch this, you gotta watch that. I'm like, I will. Yeah. But it's also... Yeah. It gives me anxiety. Because if I root for people and they don't, like, stay together, I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah. I don't know. It's an interesting show.
Okay.
I also found a podcast. They only have one episode, but it's from, I think it's called Astro Daddy.
Ooh.
And he had this sex therapist on the podcast, and I am so intrigued to hear more episodes. He's on TikTok as well.
Ooh.
And he just has he's a professional astrologer.
Oh, cool.
And I kind of want to hit him up and see if maybe he'd be down to collab.
Wow.
Like, he has a lot of followers on TikTok, but like his podcast just started, so maybe that would be like a cool, I don't know.
Interesting.
Maybe we could do that. I know he's in LA, so maybe we could plan something.
Oh, very interesting.
Because he's like an actual professional astrologer. Like, he knows everything about everything, and he knows how to like do deep readings. Because in that episode he was talking to the sex therapist, and it was really cool because he was kind of going back and forth with her. Like, she was telling him about like her knowledge and like why things turn out the way they do, and then he was also reading her birth chart at the same time and like kind of explaining to her why she was, a certain way, or why she reacted to things, and like what she was going through in life.
Wow.
And about past lives, like reading a birth chart and it tells you where you like lived before in your other lifetimes. I did a astrocartography chart, birth chart thing, and it's basically like a little map of like where you could have possibly lived in your past lives. Like, and then it also, I think you pay attention to the MC.
The midhaven.
The midhaven. That's usually what tells you where. Where in your past life.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, I find that fascinating.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, okay.
That
sounds really cool.
I know.
His name's Astro Daddy.
Astro Daddy.
Oh, can I tell you how much I hate that word?
Daddy? Yeah. I do too.
It reminds me of Trisha Paytas.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I know.
Daddy.
Exactly. Excuse me. Yeah, when she was on Frenemies with Ethan Klein from H3H3, there's like a whole skit of him telling her like, why do you say daddy like that? Because she says like daddy, and he like makes fun of her a little bit.
Yeah.
So we joke and say that because I can't even like, I didn't even call like my dad that as like a kid. Like it just
same. It doesn't roll off my tongue.
It doesn't.
No.
I don't like that. There was something, you triggered something else in my head that we were going to talk about.
Astrology.
The
Scorpio new moon.
No. Oh, yeah, it is because we're in Scorpio season.
Yeah.
I was thinking about having Bernie come talk about Scorpio season, but he's exhausted, so.
Yeah. Maybe sometime in the next weeks. That would be a cool episode.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. I was going to say, don't get your hopes up, but we'll see. Did you hear about the Try Guys controversy?
Oh my gosh, yes. I sure did.
Isn't that... Did you watch them before?
Yes. Yeah, I was... It's so ironic. I was just talking to one of the creators that I did makeup on because I work for BuzzFeed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was just talking to her about how it was such a full circle moment when I got hired to work for BuzzFeed. And because I have been watching it for years, since like BuzzFeed started. I've been watching their videos and I've been following like all the creators, and now it's so crazy that I get to work with these creators. And so I know all about it.
Wow. That's wild. I didn't watch them before I heard about this, and like that's so sad because it's like this woman's life is all like over, like, you know. And if you haven't heard, one of the members got caught cheating on his wife, basically. And he was the like my wife guy, like the like, oh, I'm so in love with my wife guy, you know.
I'm obsessed with my wife. He ended up cheating on her with one of the production assistants or something, or managers.
And apparently it had been going on for like a year.
And she was engaged.
Yes, she was also engaged.
She was engaged, and she had been with her fiance for 10 years.
Yeah, I know, it's wild,
which is insane.
He's a Gemini, by the way.
Yes, trust me. I'm trying to figure out what she is. She gives me a little Scorpio vibe.
Oh my gosh, I totally, because I heard of that, I went down the rabbit hole and I found their like astrology videos, because Eugene is like the Asian man.
Yeah.
He's very into astrology. Yeah. And he was talking about it. And throughout that whole thing, when he's talking about it, Ned, the guy that's cheated on his wife, he's like poo-pooing it the whole time.
Yeah, like I saw a little bit of that.
Oh, he's such a pain in that one. He's like, and you could tell in Eugene's face that he's pissed.
Yeah. I don't think Eugene liked Ned, and especially afterwards. In
that video, like their like statement video, he's like giving daggers. Sass. He's about to kill him. Also because that's him. Ned's wife is Eugene's best friend. Like,
what?
Yeah, Eugene is like, that's his best friend is Eugene. Wow. Or Eugene is her best friend. Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So he's like pissed.
I did not know that.
Like pissed.
That's crazy.
Do you want to guess his signs? I only know his sun and moon.
Yeah, I couldn't find hers. Gemini, sun.
No, Eugene's.
Oh, Eugene. Oh, I know his sign, but I forgot. Aries?
No.
Fire?
No, actually.
Oh, Earth.
He's a Cap sun. Yeah. Scorpio moon.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, that's those daggers. He was pissed. But because I watched his video, because the wives have a podcast too, or like the wives and girlfriends. So I went to theirs, and he did astrology with them and did like all their signs too. I can't remember what hers is though.
No, I was trying to find the production assistant sign.
Oh, I don't know hers.
I don't know why I feel like she's a Scorpio. I just have a feeling.
Is this Scorpio slander?
No, it's just just from like my experience with some Scorpios, like they can, like, when they're not loyal, they can like I found it so fascinating that she was like so excited about her engagement that had just happened. And she was in a relationship with Ned at the same time. And kind of like that psychopathy, like switching off and on, like, oh, I'm so in love with my fiance, but then I'm like over here having a whole other relationship. I've seen that in Scorpios.
It's kind of Gemini-y also.
It is.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a combo.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but
no slander. Not everybody's like this, but
no slander. Yeah, because I know some very sweet Scorpios. I do, but I have seen some Scorpios do that, and that's what I think. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. So that was something I've been obsessed with the last few weeks. And like people went back and looked at videos and seen them like interacting with each other, and it's so cringy and sad.
It is.
It's so freaking sad.
It is very sad. I'm very curious to see if they get another guy or if they're just gonna keep it.
Well, they were talking about changing it to try guys, like TRI, like 3. Instead of try, like, we'll try this. And I was like, that's actually really clever. Because, like, apparently nobody liked that guy anyways.
No, he was my least favorite. I love, Zach. Oh. Zach. What was I saying about?
Oh, you like him?
Yeah, I like all of them. I love Zach, Keith.
Oh, Keith. Yeah. That's his name, not Kevin.
Not Kevin. Keith.
Keith is also a Gemini.
Oh, is he?
But
But Geminis, that's a thing. It's just like any sign.
Yeah.
They can be like so sweet and loyal if they like are.
I think it also depends on their other signs.
It depends on their other signs.
Yeah, but
for sure.
I don't think Eugene went that far into it, like with Venuses and stuff. I think he just went Sun, Moon, and Rising because like it was like a 2-hour episode already with just those 3 between them, like like going through each one of theirs.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and like Ned was like annoying the whole time.
Dismissive.
Yeah, he was very, and you could tell Eugene was like pissed, and you could see everybody being like, "Come on, dude!" Like, like you know, play along, kind of like they were getting mad. So I don't know. That was drama, TikTok drama. Tried.
And I heard that him and his wife are working things out.
Really? Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw a video on TikTok and there's like paparazzi that found them and they were like, are you guys gonna work things out? And Ariel was like, yes.
Wow. They have 2 kids.
Yeah, they have 2 kids.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's rough.
It is rough.
This is a downer now.
I know. And I heard too from some allegedly.
Ooh, inside sources.
I have sources. That he actually owned like a big portion, like because his dad's like super rich. Ned's dad's super rich, and like his dad was like an investor in the Try Guys in the beginning. So I'm very curious to know how all of that's going to pan out. I'm sure they're trying to figure out logistics.
Well, yeah, because even in their like their statement video, they talked about because it was out for like a month before they put a statement out. They were saying the whole time they were trying to figure out like the legal issues of it, and that's probably what they were trying to figure out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow, that sucks. I hate that it's like ooh tea, but it's not, because it's like this woman's like real freaking life. Like that sucks.
Know. I think they're trying to figure out how to pay Ned off.
Yeah,
like, his portion of it. I think that's probably what they're doing. I don't know. I don't know how those things work.
I don't either.
But
I don't know. This week we don't get paid nothing for this right now.
No, we don't. I know. I feel like we're like a gossip channel or gossip podcast.
We're just doing Halloween shoot the shit.
We're just all over the place today.
I know, just a little bit.
Just a little bit. It's like a bag of candy. What candy will I get next?
Oh my god, so many. No.
Airheads and then some nerds.
Nerds? I guess, am I the nerds?
No! Friend, no. I'm the nerd.
Oh, okay.
I'm the nerd's rope. Even though they never give that.
Yeah, I'm like, I've never seen one of those in
Those
years.
are like $3 just for one rope. Oh my god. Remember when candy was like less than $1?
Dude, we went to buy candy for the not for Halloween kids, but for the work party, and it was like freaking like 15 or like $25. I was like,
for a bag.
Yeah, I was like, this is
for one bag.
Dumb.
Yeah. Inflation.
Expensive, but yeah,
I guess
that's yeah. I don't know. I guess
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. I don't know.
Okay.
Well, I don't got much.
Yeah, we don't got much today.
Yeah.
But stay tuned for next week.
Yeah.
We'll see what. We don't know what we're going to talk about.
We don't know.
But
we will figure it out.
We will figure it
for
out.
Sure.
Yes. I guess we'll do social.
Yeah. Please follow us on Instagram. It's One Thing Queer. And my personal one is SpexRayX.
And my personal one is at Jenny Lynn Bouton. And if you would like to share your story or come on the podcast, feel free to email us at onethingqueer@gmail.com.
Yeah, please like, follow, share.
Yes, please.
Anything if you like. I know we were kind of all over the place today, but that's fine. Sometimes that doesn't happen.
Yeah, I mean, we do this every week, so sometimes we need suggestions. So email us if you want us to talk about anything in particular.
Let us know. If you have thoughts too, House of the Dragon, let us know.
Yeah.
What'd you think?
Yeah.
All right, well, I guess we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Music by Jacody Lamone. Produced by Kelsey Wren and Jenny Bouton. Edited by Jenny Bouton.